Pressure washing is one of the best businesses you can start with under $2,000 in 2026. The demand is everywhere. The margins are excellent. The results are visible and dramatic, which makes your marketing practically automatic. You can be landing paying customers in your first week without any prior experience, any license, or any specialized knowledge. Here's the complete startup guide from day one to scaling a real operation. Welcome to Off-Clock Hustle. Pressure washing checks every single box for a great side hustle and a legitimate small business. High demand in every market, visible results that sell themselves, strong word of mouth from satisfied customers, and real money per hour. We're talking $75 to $150 per hour for a one-person operation once you have consistent work. I've watched guys go from $0 to $5,000 a month in their first season by applying the fundamentals we're covering today. Today I'm walking you through everything. The right equipment, the services to offer, and which ones to prioritize. How to price jobs correctly from the start. How to land your first customers, and what the business trajectory looks like at 3, 6, and 12 months in. Let's go. You don't need to spend $10,000 to start generating income, but you do need adequate equipment, not the cheap homeowner stuff from a big box store that will slow you down and produce mediocre results. Here's the minimum viable professional setup. Pressure washer. A gas-powered 3,000 to 4,000 psi machine is the sweet spot for residential and light commercial work. This range cleans effectively without causing damage to most surfaces when used correctly. Brands worth buying: Simpson, Pressure Pro, or units with a general pump or cat pump. These are the commercial-grade pump brands that last. Expect to invest $400 to $700 for a solid unit. Avoid anything under $300. The pumps fail fast under commercial use. Surface cleaner attachment. This is non-negotiable for any flat surface work. A surface cleaner is a rotating dual-nozzle head that attaches to your pressure washer wand and cleans driveways, sidewalks, and concrete 3 to 4 times faster than a standard nozzle, while producing a perfectly uniform finish with no stripes. Cost $100 to $200. Pay for a quality one. Cheap surface cleaners leak and vibrate out of control. This attachment pays for itself on the very first driveway job. Hoses and additional wand. Most machines come with 25 feet of hose, which isn't enough for most jobs. Add a 50-foot extension hose and consider a longer wand for second-story siding and gutter work. Chemical supplies and injector. A downstream chemical injector attaches inline to your pressure washer and lets you apply cleaning solutions through the output at low pressure, critical for soft washing applications. Your starter chemical kit. Sodium hypochlorite, bleach concentrate. Pool supply stores sell this at the right concentration. Surfactant or dish soap for mixing a soft wash solution, and a degreaser concentrate for concrete and oil stains. Total chemical startup, under $100. Water access. In most residential jobs, you use the customer's outdoor spigot. On commercial or remote jobs, a water tank in your truck bed, 50 to 100 gallon, gives you independence. Start without the tank and add it as your work type expands. Total startup for a solid professional setup, $700 to $1,200. You don't need a $5,000 custom trailer rig to make your first $5,000. That comes after you've proven the business model and built a client base. Start focused, not broad. Trying to offer every possible service from day one spreads your attention and makes marketing harder. Here's how to think about the service menu: house washing and soft washing. This is your primary residential service and the highest demand category. Using low pressure and a diluted sodium hypochlorite solution to safely clean vinyl siding, brick, stucco, and painted surfaces, removing mold, mildew, algae, and oxidation. A typical house wash takes 2 to 4 hours depending on size and complexity. Pricing: $200 to $450 for most residential homes. Driveway and concrete cleaning, the highest visibility job in residential pressure washing. Clean concrete before and after photos are some of the most shareable, engaging content you can post. Pricing: $100 to $250 depending on size and staining. Efficient operators can do 2 to 3 driveways in a day once technique is dialed in. Deck and fence cleaning. High demand because homeowners are often preparing to stain or seal their deck and need it prepped first. Also maintenance cleaning to keep decks looking good. Pricing: $150 to $400 depending on size and condition. Commercial storefronts and parking lots. These require more equipment and often need to be scheduled early morning to avoid foot traffic. But recurring commercial contracts, the restaurant that needs their drive-through area cleaned monthly, the retail strip that needs annual building washing, are your long-term income stability and command the highest per-job rates. Pricing: $200 to $800 plus depending on scope. Roof washing. Soft washing removes the black streaks, Glyocapsa magma algae, from asphalt shingle roofs without the damage that high pressure causes. Homeowners often don't know this is possible until they see a before and after. Roof washing commands $300 to $700 and is an excellent add-on to any house wash appointment. Learn this service in your first 60 days. It separates you from operators who only do flat work. Start with house washing and driveways. These are high demand, clearly priced, and use the equipment you already have. Add commercial and roof washing as your skills and equipment develop. The most common pricing mistake new operators make: starting too low. Low prices attract volume but kill profitability and train customers to expect bottom dollar rates. General pricing guidelines: house washing, 12 to 22 per square foot of exterior surface area. Driveways, 0.7 to 0.2 per square foot. Decks, 10.25 to 45 cents per square foot. Your hourly rate target: net at least $75 per hour of production time after chemical costs and equipment wear. Ideally, $100 to $150. If you're consistently below $75 net per hour, you're either underpriced or your jobs are taking too long, both of which are fixable. Practical pricing rule: if you're booking out more than 2 weeks in advance, your prices are too low. When demand exceeds your available schedule, raise rates. Let price regulate your demand. This is how healthy small service businesses operate. Seasonal pricing. In most markets, spring cleaning season and pre-summer are the highest demand periods. You can command premium pricing during peak demand without losing jobs to competition. Facebook Marketplace Services section. Post a clear, confident service listing. Professional pressure washing, driveways, house washing, decks, patios. Serving your city area. Driveways starting at your rate. Free estimates. Call or message to book. Post every few days to stay at the top of results. This generates real inquiries. Nextdoor. Introduce yourself as a local service provider. Hi neighbors, I run a professional pressure washing service in neighborhood area. Happy to share some before and after photos from recent work. Reach out for a free estimate. Local trust is high on Nextdoor. People hire local service providers from Nextdoor constantly. Before and after content on social media. This is your most powerful marketing tool bar none. Every single job, photograph the surface before you start. Photograph it after. Post the side-by-side everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, Nextdoor, local community groups. The visual transformation is visceral and shareable. Neighbors see the clean driveway and immediately think about their own. You get calls and messages without spending on ads. Door hangers in target neighborhoods. Print simple door hangers using Canva. $20 at a print shop for 500 of them. Walk through neighborhoods with older homes, visibly dirty driveways, or green mildew on siding. These are warm leads, the problem is visible, and you're presenting the solution. One booking per 75 to 100 door hangers is a reasonable conversion expectation. Google Business Profile. Free, 15 minutes to set up, and after you accumulate 10 to 15 5-star reviews, it becomes one of your strongest inbound lead sources. People searching pressure washing near me see your profile, read reviews, and call. This is your long-term organic marketing engine. Start building it from your very first job. Month 1. Equipment purchased. First few customers from Facebook and Nextdoor. Building speed and technique. Revenue, $500 to $1,000 as you get started. Months 2 to 3. 6 to 12 regular customers per week. Google reviews building. Referrals starting to come in. Revenue, $1,000 to $2,000 per week on a part-time basis. Months 4 to 6. Strong local reputation. Google Business Profile driving inbound leads consistently. First commercial accounts. Revenue, $2,000 to $4,000 per week running full schedule. Month 12, potentially multiple crews, commercial contracts providing recurring revenue, and a booking pipeline that requires almost no paid advertising. Full business opportunity with real exit value. This is not a passive income play. It's a real business that rewards consistent execution and genuine service quality. Pressure washing startup checklist. $700 to $1,200 in equipment. Start with house washing and driveways. Price at $75 plus per hour equivalent. Document every job with before and after photos and post them everywhere. Build your Google business profile from the first job and scale from residential to commercial as your reputation and skills develop. Your first week action items. Research your local market rates. Purchase equipment. Post on Facebook Marketplace. Get your first customer. That's all it takes to start a business. There are dozens of service business ideas out there, but pressure washing has a combination of characteristics that makes it unusually strong for someone starting without experience or a massive budget. The results are visible and dramatic. A $150 driveway clean doesn't look like $150. It looks like a transformation. Side-by-side before and after photos are some of the most compelling marketing content available in any service category. When a homeowner sees their driveway go from dark grey to bright white in 2 hours, they call their neighbor. That organic word of mouth is your most powerful growth engine, and it's free. Low barrier to entry, no certification required in most states, no license in most states for residential pressure washing, a basic business registration and general liability insurance, and you're operating legally. Most other service businesses, electrical, HVC, plumbing, require years of training and licensing before you can charge for your work. Pressure washing you can start next week. Recurring demand. Driveways get dirty every year. Homes need washing annually to control mildew and maintain curb appeal. Once you serve a customer well, you have a recurring revenue opportunity if you follow up appropriately. Build a simple CRM of your customers with their last service date and set an annual reminder. That one habit turns one-time customers into annual income. Scalability is clear. The path from solo operator to two-person crew to full crew with multiple trucks is well-defined and achievable. Each additional operator roughly doubles your revenue potential. The business model is proven, the equipment is standardized, and the market is large enough in any suburban or urban area to support a significant operation. Complementary services add revenue. Once you have customers, window cleaning, gutter cleaning, fence staining prep, and soft washing roof treatments are natural add-ons. Each additional service is revenue from a customer who already knows and trusts you, the highest margin customer you have. Let's be direct about the legal and insurance side, because getting this wrong has real consequences. General liability insurance is non-negotiable. A minimum $1 million per occurrence policy protects you if you accidentally damage a customer's property, broke a window with too much pressure, stripped paint off a delicate surface, damaged landscaping during a job. These accidents happen even to experienced operators. Insurance means a mistake doesn't bankrupt you. Budget $500 to $1,500 a year for a basic GL policy for a new solo operator. Get it before your first job. Business registration. In most states, a sole proprietorship DBA, doing business as, registered with your county, is the minimum to operate legally. Cost, $25 to $75. An LLC provides personal asset protection and costs $50 to $500 depending on state. For a new operator, a DBA gets you started. Upgrade to LLC when your revenue justifies it. Licensing. Most states do not require a specific license to operate a residential pressure washing business. However, some municipalities require a general business license, $50 to $100 a year. Check your local city or county requirements. Commercial work, especially on larger commercial properties, may have additional requirements depending on jurisdiction. Contracts. Once you're charging real money, have a simple one-page service agreement that outlines scope of work, price, payment terms, and your liability limitations. Dozens of free templates are available online. A customer who has signed a clear agreement is far less likely to dispute your invoice or demand free reservice. Are you considering pressure washing, or are you already running a pressure washing business? Drop your situation in the comments. If you're building any service business right now, I want to hear about it. Subscribe for more service business and side hustle content every week. See you next time. Script 032, Off Clock Hustle, Pressure Washing Business.